Hey everybody, welcome to Shield and Haven. This is Colin. It is a chilly night in November. We are in Colorado. It's actually election night. I just couldn't watch any more of the election stuff. It's 26 degrees outside. Quite different from our home state of Florida. So we are in the RV tonight. Bonnie and the kids are preparing for their homeschool days tomorrow and the next day. And so I had a little bit of time here. I just wanted to do an intro to the video you're about to watch. This is our visit to Polyface Farms, which is in Swope, Virginia. We went there mid-September. This is also where we experienced our first flash flood in the RV. That's probably a separate video, or at least separate social media post, which, by the way, we do have. Check us out on Facebook, Instagram, Shield and Haven, or Shield Haven 24 on YouTube. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. And now with that said, this shirt I'm wearing actually came from Joel Salatin's farm. He is the lunatic farmer. We were hugely inspired by him. A book he wrote called You Can Farm. I picked this up when we were there. I thought, as an ex-cop, a pretty appropriate shirt. Which, if you know a little bit more about him, what he's talking about doing that's illegal, and it's a bigger story. But in any event, Joel Salatin, if you are unfamiliar, is a big figure in the homesteading movement and a big proponent of regenerative agriculture. You're going to watch a video where we take a tour of his farm, and it's just really cool to see the stuff that, like, we have the book that has all of his things, the chicken tractors and things like that he's built, and we built a lot of those things and had them on our homestead in Florida, and so to see them on his property is really cool. And you'll see that all here. You see how he does it. A little bit of explanation. It's not quite as deep a dive as you might see in some other channels. If you want a deeper dive into this, which I do recommend, I check out a page like Stony Ridge Farmer or Justin Rhodes or The Shepherdess, or you could just look up Joel Salatin and you'll find stuff. But they take some more deep dives where Joel kind of explains a lot of the stuff. You'll see Mr. Salatin here in this video. At one point, we're on our walking tour. My buddy Austin was with us, and he kind of knew his way around, so he showed us. He'd been there several times before, so he showed us a lot of the stuff. We didn't need to go on the tour, but you can go there and take tours. Really, really cool place. Just makes it really accessible. He's a very accessible guy.
I hate hot dogs, but their hot dogs are good.
My son's not a hot dog fan, but the hot dogs there were good. They were serving hot dogs for lunch while we were there, and so we had some of those. Picked up some swag and some of the other stuff. He's got multiple books out now. He's really popular in the homeschool speaking circuits and stuff. One of the things that he says, which I think is kind of appropriate on election night to reflect on a bit, is that I'm paraphrasing, but essentially, if you want the government to have less control on your life, then be more self-sufficient. Be able to provide your own meat, your own vegetables, your own things, and you can do it. You can do it. We did it. I didn't start doing it till much, much, much later in life. I was not raised on a farm. We were raised in the suburbs. So it wasn't until my 40s that we started doing this, and it's something that I think now we're probably going to continue. It's something that I think we're probably going to continue doing as we move forward from here, where we see where Yahweh has taken us on the road and where he's going to relocate us. It's something I can see us doing probably on a bigger scale, if not at minimum just to provide for our family and those we know and love. But if there's extra, maybe make a little extra money on it. So with that said, take a look. Dad's fanboying out a little bit here. We're at Polyface. That's okay. I'll fanboy. My buddy Austin's been here, so he knows everything, but we don't.
He knows everything?
Well, he knows everything about what's here, but he doesn't care to show us because he's on a mission to go somewhere else. Rabbit tree set up. Mulch. Got all his hay put up in here. More rabbits in here.
Well, they're in their cupboard.
All right, you can see the chicken feathers in there. Go ahead, Austin.
Allegedly, it's claimed that they put wood chips down and they take all their chicken guts and feathers and whatnot, pile it up, and then cover it up with wood chips, and it makes compost. And then they spread the compost on the fields for organic matter for the grass.
Amazing.
They make all their own wood chips here, and they make their own compost, and it's good stuff.
Regenerative. That's the way to do it.
And make
Ain't that
a
right?
bunch of hay that way.
Here's probably what Joel Salatin is the most famous and well known for, is his chicken tractor setup. So he's got the eggmobile there in the center. Talk about a beautiful backdrop. The eggmobile there, surrounded by the netting, and then the chicken tractors where you can see they've been moved along the field, and he uses that to enrich the grass and the pastures that he has. Pretty awesome. So we built variations of these, but you can see where it came from. He's had it come this way, and they're all kind of staggered and offset. But yeah, that's the chicken tractor right there. The chickens live under there. They have the buckets of feed on them, the hand trucks to move them. This was one of the first things we did that we were inspired by Joel Salatin for. It looks like they got barred rocks in there. Here's another thing I like about this farm is he's repurposing, like that's part of a tree. That's not a super nice fence post. He didn't spend a ton of money on that, but he does things economically. Like these things look just like something that we've built. I like that. It makes it real, makes it attainable. These I think are the turkey covers because turkeys like shade. I think they're called gobbledygoos. We got the book with the plans and stuff for it, so pretty cool to see it. Yeah, this is cool. Use what you have. This is a pretty spectacular location. Another field. No chickens in these, but you can definitely see the darker green back there from them doing their work.
Simple setup, working the land with just animals. Cool.
It's amazing. That's pretty awesome. So when you look at how beautiful all of this is, the pastures, the grass, Austin just brought it up and reminded me a great point is that this all was just dirt and run down and stuff like that when he started with it. He's done all this with no chemicals, no pesticides. This is all regenerative farming that he's done this with. He's got everything sectioned off with electric fencing where he moves the animals in and out. And just look at the state of his fields. They're beautiful. Austin, anything to add to that?
Yeah, it's animals work. It's slow, but it's not the usury that chemicals is. Chemicals, you can get a quick response, but the soil, the land suffers from it. This takes longer, but you get more. You get more and more yield every year rather than taking from the soil. So
yeah, that's right. It's beautiful. So here's the water line that runs down into all of his different pastures. It all comes from up that hill somewhere. He's got a pond. Austin was saying that when he learned about it that he runs 80 psi pressure all the way down just from gravity, from the pond being up there to running it downhill. So he's got things like this all along these fence lines where down there is a little valve, but it's run to all the different pastures and stuff they have out here so that no matter where they have animals, he'll have water for them. And they've all been marked with tags and covered with a stump like that so that you can see it easily. Pretty ingenious. So here we're out in this whole other field. I don't know if it'll come across in the video, I hope so, but if you can see how green and beautiful the grass is, look how many chicken tractors he has operating. Those all have chickens in them. So I would imagine he's gonna sell off these. These are all meat birds, I can see that. And I'd imagine he's gonna sell all these off. This is gonna be a profit for him and for the farm, and they're gonna fix up his land as they do it. It just takes the effort and the willingness to do it, really. And there's the turkeys. You can see the perches he's got built in that gobbledygook. That's where they all nest up. But they're all out there picking through the grass, and then they can move that anywhere along the field they want. Hashtag life goals. Got his milled lumber. Looks like it would definitely take some doing, but man, what a cool opportunity this would be. Be able to make your own lumber. That's my goal.
Cones for the turkey.
Turkey kill cones, chicken kill cones.
Look at these ones, though. They're pretty legit. Rotates around.
Oh, that's
collect
nice.
all the blood.
Yeah, collect all the blood down there.
They usually have that sitting up here. It goes into the scalder, the plucker, and then onto the tables to get cleaned up.
So these work tables, so yeah, they get plucked then. Oh yeah, I see what you mean about the stations. Like little straining tables you can work at individually.
Yeah.
Overhead water hookups.
8 people at the table.
And you're just, and the feet and the legs go in the middle. Wow.
Or maybe it's the done chickens, I'm not sure, but yeah. She no stink.
So he was just saying that all the water from here, this is all, the floor is very sloped. I don't know if the video shows it, but all slopes down into that pit down there. And then he said they pump it up.
Yep.
They pump it into a holding tank that's on the back of a trailer and go and spread that on the pasture to fertilize.
Yep.
Nothing wasted. So there you go. That's the summary of our tour. Talking to my family a little bit about it now. Asked them like what they liked, and something that they pointed out was that it just made it real, made it accessible. My kids liked going and seeing that it was kind of messy. And Mr. Salatin, Joel, I think I can call him by his first name now. I'm pretty sure we're friends. Not really, but he says it's a farm, and like it's used. The place is used. He's got all the fence posts aren't brand new. All the wires aren't perfect. There's stuff kind of spread around because it's being used, and it's being used to move animals and to make food. And so it's really cool to see. I was really kind of inspired with a lot of his setups. Everything feeds into the next, and it was kind of cool to see how he's done that and how he's built it. And I think we've kind of learned the same in our homesteading journey, that there's things that we've done that now we would probably modify and do differently, or maybe not do at all. So seeing this farm in person was a cool thing, and I just wanted to share that with you guys. I'll try to put some links below for how you can learn more and where you can find some more stuff. But I hope you like this one, and we'll see you on the next video. Be safe. Take care of each other. Seek his kingdom and make him known.